Halo Infinite. A lot of people forget that back whenever Infinite launched, it was the talk of the town. Not only were people loving the multiplayer because it was all brand new at that point, you got new abilities, new maps, it was really exciting, but the campaign even reviewed super well, earning an 87 on Metacritic. That's really high. It might not sound that high, but just to put it into perspective, an 87 is the same as Spider-Man PS4 has on Metacritic. It's several points higher than Ghost of Tsushima originally got on Metacritic. An 87 is nothing to ignore. It's very impressive. But oh, how things have changed. The general consensus of Halo Infinite has become overwhelmingly negative, and you can't really blame the fan base for thinking this way. Like, Halo Infinite was supposed to be a games as service game. It was going to be updated every single month with new content, new events, all sorts of things. And unfortunately, we've barely seen anything. Since the game launched, we've gotten 2 new maps. Yes, 2 new maps. That is insane. It's been over a year now, but 2 maps. That's wild. Anyway, aside from that, there have been some events that have been a lot of fun, like the Yappening wasn't too long ago. It added Fiesta mode to Big Team Battle, which was amazing. It also added a mode where there was nothing but skewers and rocket launchers, and that was a great time. And then every once in a while, they'll filter in some unique stuff. But all in all, for the past year, Halo Infinite has gotten very little support. And this is coming from someone who has played Halo Infinite almost every single week since it came out. Yes, there are some of us. There are some of us crazy people out there who still continue to play Halo Infinite despite not having new content. I'm one of those weirdos. I freaking love Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is some of my favorite gameplay that has ever existed. Honestly, I think it's a travesty that a game with such strong mechanics, such fun combat, has gotten so little support over the past year. Thankfully, there is still an audience out there. However big or small, I'm still able to find matches in an instant like every single night, which is good. That's a good sign. But guys, let's face it, the winter update is right around the corner, and if this doesn't turn things around for Halo Infinite, I'm scared for the future of this game. I really hope the winter update can turn things around, and I think there's a good chance it could. We're finally getting Forge. We're finally getting real XP. They're finally fixing desync in the multiplayer, and we're getting campaign co-op, and a bunch of other things that I'm going to talk about right now. So unfortunately, we're only getting 2 maps from 343, and the maps are created in Forge. I really hope this doesn't become a normal thing. Yes, I understand that Forge is impressive, and you can do all sorts of crazy things in it, but when it comes to maps from 343, I would rather it be things outside of Forge, things that you can't create in Forge. I understand that these first 2 levels, they want to showcase what all you can do, that's cool, but I really don't want it to be normal, because I'd like to see some unique environments come from 343, not stuff that they just created specifically for Forge. But yes, the new maps Argyle and Detachment look really cool. I'm not sure the size of them and which modes they'll be included in. I don't play big team games very often, so I hope that both of these maps can be played in the normal game modes. They revealed the pit, the remake. It looks like a cyberpunk, really neon colored pit, which a lot of people didn't like, but I don't really mind it. I'm honestly open to anything if it's new. That's all I need in Halo Infinite, is something new. I don't even care if it's bastardizing one of my favorite maps of all time. And I'm not going to truly judge this version of the pit until it's out. But honestly, all I want is new stuff. New. That's all I need. I just want new content. But the thing is that they revealed the pit and then have no release date for it. That already worries me. I'm scared that we're going to have no real roadmap after the winter update. We're just going to know a very vague March release date for Season 3, and that's it. But I want to know, when is the pit coming? When can we expect other maps from 343? Or God forbid, player-created levels in the rotation of multiplayer. I really hope there's a plan and not just a scattershot of things leading up to Season 3. That is not what Halo Infinite needs. It needs a plan. They've already showcased in their trailer some really awesome looking player-created maps, but they haven't exactly said when these maps are going to be in the multiplayer rotation. That is what's most important to me. I understand that people are making awesome things, but none of it truly matters until we can play in those awesome things. So I really hope that sooner rather than later, we're going to get player-created content in Halo Infinite, whether it be maps or game modes, or just the insane things that we've already seen popping up on the internet over the past 6 months or so. But along with the Pit and Forge finally being public, and the 2 new maps, we're getting a 30-tier battle pass, 2 events, and the long-awaited introduction of Match XP. Honestly, I'm not much of a battle pass guy. I play Halo to have fun. I typically do end up purchasing the battle pass just to support the game and have something to do on the side, customize my guy and whatnot. It's decently entertaining. But let's face it, from the beginning, Halo Infinite should have had experience. How was that not in the original plan? Experience points. Really? It's insane, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. So many YouTubers are just, I think, overwhelmingly negative on Halo Infinite, whereas I'm over here playing the game every single night, having a great time. But still, coming from someone who loves the game, even in its current state, Match XP. It's finally here. Hopefully it's introduced and everything goes swimmingly and we never have to talk about it again. We never have to think about the year that Halo Infinite didn't have Match XP. What's really cool, and I feel like not a lot of people are talking about, is that everything I just talked about is going to be completely free. Even the Battle Pass. This seems like a really smart move, and one of the only ways I feel like a lot of people are going to come back to Halo Infinite. So just to break it down, we're getting 2 new maps on launch day. Of course, the Pit is coming at a later, vague date. We don't really know. There's going to be a brand new game mode that utilizes the scanner, a free 30-tier Battle Pass, 2 events, 1 event which is arriving in December, and the second is going to be in January. Match XP, finally getting Forge. All for free in the winter update. I feel like next week is make or break for Halo Infinite. If it doesn't bring back a nice chunk of players, I'm worried about Halo Infinite. Yes, Season 3 is still next year, not till March. That could also bring players back, but I feel like this is more important because this is finally the drop of Forge. Forge is incredible in Halo Infinite, but I'm worried that nobody's gonna care. Just like Dreams over on PlayStation, it's an amazing set of tools, but nobody cares. I'm really scared that that's what Halo Infinite is going to be. Next week is probably the most important week of Halo Infinite's life. And as a huge Halo Infinite fan, I'm truly scared about what's going to happen. We have seen many games come back after a really rough launch. Look at a game like No Man's Sky. That's what I'm hoping for Halo Infinite. Because I truly and honestly believe Halo Infinite is one of the most fun games. The mechanics are there. I've not gotten tired of them yet. I love all the abilities. I love the guns. I love all the maps that we currently have for the most part. But this is a games-as-service game that launched with no service. If Forge doesn't bring Halo back from the dead, nothing will. No new season. Maybe some new story content could do really well, but I just don't see that doing it like Forge and like a Battle Royale mode, which we know is in development, but it's probably very far away. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be a part of Halo Infinite. So as of right now, Forge is the last piece of the Halo Infinite puzzle that hopefully brings a lot of players back. I really, really hope so. Do you think this is make or break for Halo Infinite? Do you think the winter update is going to flop? Because God, I hope not. Please don't flop. I want people to care about this game. I want people to care as much as I do. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.